and they took his driver's license away. He was always the first one to go into the ice
Oh
and
God.
sink
No.
every year for 30 years.
That would be your first one.
God,
So that's the
damn.
kind of thing my old man would have done.
Ah,
it
the
was-
Midwest.
The funny part was it was always the same spot. There's like several places to go on to the lake in our area, and he'd always go to the same spot, which was always where the thinnest ice is, because it's swamp water and you got a fresh creek blowing in. And boom, he'd start driving out, get about 25 feet,
Bang.
sink it down. Yeah, luckily it's only like 8 foot of water, but still, yeah, every time.
Don't want to think about what that guy's insurance premiums were like.
Yeah, I think that's why they took his
kidding.
license away.
Probably. I mean, I think it was a couple of months before my dad died. He had gone out of town for some stupid reason. We get a call.
No, we know why he went.
Okay, whatever. It's not neither here nor there. But he got pulled over,
Uh-oh.
and because he calls from the because he got pulled over. He didn't get arrested. Basically, it was for driving while old. Because I mean,
Sounds like Kevin all the time.
he was 75 when he died, but he looked like he was 90. He'd done that much damage to himself. So we had to drive up, get him, drive him home. He's bitching the whole time. And we had to go back, get his car. My sister would not drive his car. I had to drive it home.
Is this when he went to Gilroy for cigarettes?
This is when he went to Gilroy for cigarettes.
All right. Oh.
I didn't remember if I told you that story or not, but
Yeah.
fucking yeah, my dad. We're convinced that's one of the reasons he died when he did is because he got pissed off that they took his license away.
My grandma Jack did something similar. She got pissed off when they wanted to take her license away. And she went to drive off and she fucking gunned it and went backwards and went through my grandparents' pool. Or went through my grandparents' fence and into the pool.
God.
Wow.
Holy
Best pullover story stream ever.
Oh man, I'm glad my mom has been smart about this. At one point, she's just like, "Screw it, I don't need to drive anymore."
I wanted to give up my license at 35 after my kids were born. Like, I was like, you know what? I'm too stressed out. I'm going to turn around and fucking slap somebody. Why don't I just be the one to have the chanclas? You drive. I'm good with that. Whack, whack, whack.
Well, the balls are in the wife's purse already, so she's just got to take the keys out somewhere in there. She's just got to dig around for them.
Well, I get vertigo too. I get car sick even when I drive. I'm just kind of like, oh.
That sucks.
Just
But
take some
VR's
Dramamine,
okay.
you'll be all right.
No, I know
That's
that.
why he's got his pink moped. Going to the glory hole.
Le hold the glory.
The glory mobile.
Yep. Noot, noot. Here comes Kevin.
Ding, ding, ding. Ching, ching, ching.
With the little bell. Ring, ring,
Yep.
ring. Here comes the good glory, man.
Yep. Is it second shift at the glory hole already? There goes Kevin.
Dude, it's 24/7, 365, especially for Kevin. It never ends.
366 on leap year.
Yep.
Gotta make the
Kevin,
money.
you got a little white stuff on your chin there. You might want to wipe that off. There
That's
you go,
middle.
buddy.
That's just middle age.
Oh, I
Yeah,
thought it
it's
was a
just
flavor
drizzle.
saver.
No.
Yeah. Yum.
Oh my Well, welcome to a yet another cold opening here on Dead Wire Live. Just want to thank everybody for tuning in. And damn, Kyle, for this week, I am back on regular internet. Thank you for the shitty hotel in LA for screwing me for 2 episodes, but I'm back home. Good to be home. Good to be back with my buddies here. Chad, how you doing, buddy? What you been up to?
Same old shit. Pretty much. Nothing exciting.
Well, that's fine. We'll get into some of that because we'll get tales of the glory hole from Kevin in a little bit.
Well, we've all got to live vicariously through him, so.
Yeah, because he's the only one who can suck it deep and swallow it down no better than anybody else.
Woof.
Well, speaking of Skeeter over there, what you been up to there, buddy? It sounds like you've been doing some more 3D printing.
A lot of 3D printing, a lot of working in the woods today for 7 hours, and
you're still awake.
I'm still awake. I didn't fall asleep after a couple of drinks.
Shut
like
up.
somebody
bitch.
else.
Ah.
But the worst part is
Damn.
it's getting hot up here in Wisconsin, and it was.
all your clothes.
Is it a
20
balmy 35 right now?
I was starting the day at 22 degrees, and by the end of the day, when we got out of the woods, it was 45. So
Yeah,
I got
baby. Let's go.
sloppy out there in the snow and mud, and then I think I'm starting to get a cold from it. So if I start sounding nasally, everybody, that's why.
Well,
And I'm
speaking of
sniffing already.
nasally and slurping it down, Kevin,
Yeah.
what you been up to, buddy?
Slurping nasal.
Is that what the kids are calling it these days?
I
Slurping
think
the nasal. You know what? I bought some video games this week. I was going to save my money because there's some VR games coming out later this month that I've really been wanting. One's called The Wanderer, which is a zombie shooter, but also an escape room.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
And one of the things that you could do or use as a weapon is you could fill up a Super Soaker 50 with gasoline and use it as a flamethrower. And I'm like, sold.
There you go.
Yeah, like I've always wanted to do that, like in real life. So
You need a
give this one a
diffusion
shot.
tip to make it work really good.
Yeah,
Not that I know or anything. Anybody.
No.
Everything about that fire downtown had nothing to do with me.
Or the Super Soaker.
Yeah, that was found on site.
Blammo is blameless.
Yeah, Blammo. That's where I got it from.
Waymo, waymo.
So I picked up Exo Cars, which is a dune buggy game that I've been wanting to play for a while. And fuck
feel
me,
like I've
that
heard of
game's
that one.
fast. It's they've had it for the computer for the Quest for a few months, and they've finally ported it over for the PSVR 2. It's like 2-3 months late, but it's really fast. It's very responsive. It's very beautiful looking, and you spin out like crazy. And as I'm spinning out, I'm like, I don't know what the fuck to do. I'm getting dizzy because I'm going around in circles. And I hear Lightning McQueen going, turn left to go right. Oh, yeah. And that worked. So,
Kevin, Tokyo Drift.
Yeah,
right. And then I was kind of like, all right, I'm done spending money.
Mm-hmm.
I fucking found the original Bubble Bobble. I was like, oh my God.
No.
I love that game.
There you go.
So that was an extra $8. I was like, sold. Best $8 I ever spent.
Man, I spent too much money on vacation this last week, so I don't want to talk about that right now.
Yeah, but the Universal City Walk's got some dope fucking stores, like some really neat memorabilia stores.
Do I have any over here? Nope, it's on the other side of the room. But I got like the Tremors laser disc, and I got an Evil Dead companion. And you know what? Screw it up. 1 second. Keep talking.
Talk amongst yourselves. Little for Klep.
He goes to LA and he buys fucking prehistoric physical media. I love it.
Yeah, why not?
Where the hell not?
Hey, if you can find it, get it.
It's prehistoric. Ooh,
Nice.
pretty.
Nice.
Yeah.
I got
This
Close
was like
Encounters.
$10. So
That's
and
$10.
all worth it.
Not at
Never
all.
read it, but I'm going to very soon. And amongst all the other like T-shirts and normal swag you would get from the usual tourist spots, I got this laser disc of Tremors. So this is going to go up on a wall in a nice frame with the disc half out. So
Why don't you fucking wait until after we go to the Terminals Festival and get that shit autographed by everybody?
no, fuck you.
Damn
I'm gonna display it now. I'll take it back out later.
it.
That's usually what they tell you at the Glory Hole, Kevin. So
Yeah, I got Close Encounters of the Third Kind on Laserdisc.
ooh, nice.
Yeah. I also got it on VHS, DVD, Blu-ray, and 4K. Or no, not 4K. They haven't came out with that, or did they?
Ghost Encounters should be on.
I got a collector box set too. It lights up and does the little chimes on it. So
Oh wow.
It's
Neat.
pretty cool.
But no
Pretty
4K,
rad.
goddamn it. Not 4K,
Yeah.
UMD.
Yeah.
Mm. Well, that being said, I'm going to kick us off with a quick little
Yeah.
trailer. Then we're going to get into Kevin's little headlines for the week because I've been out. But there is a fun trailer. If y'all like your Kevin Bacon movies, and most of us tend to, they did release a trailer for The Bondsman in the last little week.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's which one of these goddamn windows?
It's one of them.
That one there.
That one right there.
No, no, not that one.
No. There you go. That one.
Yep, this
See?
one.
There.
Is that a... Never mind.
But this is a very similar premise to say, like, coming back from hell, like he's a former law enforcement officer and he's tracking down demons. And I'm familiar with this premise all the way back to like the 90s when we had Good versus Evil, Brimstone with John Glover and Peter Horton that we've covered on our channel. And this seems to be right along those lines, but something a little bit more serious and not nearly. I'll just play it and we'll go from there.
Did you die?
No.
Male enforcement, come out with your hands up.
Dude, I love Kevin Bacon.
Yep.
Ooh.
Nice.
Ooh. Oh.
Yeah, I think maybe I did.
Mr.
Yeah,
Howard,
think about it.
I'm here about your new job orientation.
She knows things, Hub.
Oh,
About how
shit.
you
Died
Yeah.
and went
There's
to
some good
hell.
casting in this.
You're only standing here now because we brought you back.
which is just plain silly.
Do you think it's silly, Mr. Halloran?
What job, lady?
Yeah.
You're still a bounty hunter, but now you hunt demons
Yeah.
for the devil.
I love Kevin Bacon. This is
Much of
great.
hell is a prison, and sometimes inmates bust out. This time one of them busted out here, and more might be coming.
They got the
Oh,
They
okay.
Lived eyes.
Sent back.
What do you mean
Yeah.
send them back?
This
Just
looks
put one
fun.
green. You'll see, hopefully. For all
If
of
he
us.
has to shoot the eyes out, I'm going to scream Brimstone for the next 2 minutes.
Oh, I'm gonna scream Ethan inside to do somebody.
I need to tell you something about your pastor.
Ooh,
Well, shit.
nice practical effects,
Maybe it's
man.
not just
Yeah.
about killing demons. Hub, you can get your family back together.
You're stuck in this so-called job for how long?
The hell runs out of demons, seems like. You need to see this. There's a pattern.
Then call the hotline.
A 1-900 number charging $10 a minute.
What do you expect? It's hell.
I love that line.
Demons assigned to you.
Step on it. We're skipping school.
You will
yeah.
be terminated.
Jesus, Lord, please hold me.
Is that Kofi?
Ooh, Evil Dead
Nice.
style, baby.
Yep.
For a demon fight yesterday.
Hail to the
Trying to
king.
do something nice here. Shit.
Whoop.
Hellmouth.
Looks fun.
And surprisingly, it's Prime.
Right?
Yeah.
I don't know.
New show to watch.
I don't
Kevin
know.
Bacon
I'm
and
going to
Beth
watch
Grant.
it. I just hope it's good.
The humor
Yeah.
kind of reminds me of Reaper in the early 2000s when that came
Little-
out.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah. Same
like to
premises.
see that.
A father or a parent, these two parents sold their soul to the devil so they could have a kid, but it's his son. So he owns the kid, and then when he got to a certain age, he had to start hunting demons because that was part of the deal.
That's right. And Kevin Smith wrote and directed the
Yep.
pilot, didn't he?
That's right.
That's right.
It was a
One,
good show for a while. Then it dropped the ball big time right by the end.
Yeah, I stopped watching that about halfway through.
Yeah.
as they do.
That was what, a CW show?
Yeah. It was.
Yeah. Thought so. Well, they were about to merge with WB, and they're like, we'll
Yep.
stick with Supernatural for about 9 more seasons, so we'll be okay in that regard.
Yeah.
We'll make our money from their advertising.
No shit.
Too true. All right, Kevin. Got some headlines for us, brother.
Yeah, man, I got headlines for us. Let's see here.
Man, I
you
don't
have
want
to have
another
hair to have
shower
that?
today.
God.
Fuck, dude.
Is that why you shaved your head again? Jeez.
God.
Does it look
Yeah,
good
I
though?
was just say,
It's a little
I
shiny.
was about to ask if you needed hair for that, because
We got plenty of conditioner today at Le Hori de Glo.
Oh, maybe it's not this head lice. It's the other
Oh, okay.
lice he got.
hair down there.
Told you, rubbing alcohol. But
Oh, he rubs it enough.
Yeah.
Dry skin.
Chafing.
Oh.
Oh,
Oh,
that was quick.
Yeah,
Just
that's
like
how
Kevin.
I feel about that.
totally checks.
All right.
Yeah.
So, as per usual, we gotta start off with some respect and some obituaries. And the first, of course, being George Lowe, who's most famous for voicing Space Ghost. And
He's my space ghost, damn it. Rest
Yep,
in peace, brother.
Same.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I was never a fan of that show. I don't know why it didn't grab me, but I know everybody else really, really liked it. And it
enjoyed
must
it.
have been funny because clearly everybody else fucking watched it except for me. But I didn't have Comedy Central at the time that this was airing most of the time.
Yeah.
Or Comedy Central or Cartoon Network.
I think that was on Cartoon Network.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cartoon
Yeah.
Network.
Which is
Yeah.
Adult Swim at the same time.
Yeah.
So
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
they just do like Adult Swim at like what, 9 o'clock at night till like 4 in the morning or something like that.
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah.
I think so. But that's too bad. He's a greatly loved actor. It was a greatly loved character, and he will be very sorely missed.
Mm.
Yeah, he was young too. He was only 67.
Oh,
Mhm.
really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
And it was an honor to like include him on a podcast years ago, talking about Nothing But Trouble. It's basically his like favorite movie of like all time. And that was a personal treat for me and
Mhm.
always a memory I'll cherish. So thank you to our to some guys out there, Dane and Damon. I don't bring them up
Yep.
very often, but that is something I will always appreciate. So
I remember when you guys had him on.
Yeah.
We should dig for Rob Paulson before we lose him.
Yeah.
Rob is starting
Yes.
to pitch his own TV
Yeah.
show.
I seen that just the
Yeah.
other day.
that
And I
might
know-
actually happen.
Yeah.
And he's been voice directing a lot now too.
Has he?
He was voice director on Rise of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Yep.
I did
Mm.
not know that.
Yeah.
It was either
After
that or
the,
play another turtle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
After the 2012 series ended, Nickelodeon approached him. Was like, "Hey, do you want to
Hmm.
do voice directing?" He's like, "Well, I've never done it. I don't know what to do." It's like, "Come on, you worked for Andrea Romano. You know what you're doing."
Yeah.
So
So
For
he's
how
been
many
doing a lot
years?
of that. Oh yeah.
fuck.
Everybody hates Ray.
Yep.
Ray. Oh, yeah.
Everybody hates Raymond.
Raymond.
I know that was not the title of the show. That's just what I thought of
Mhm.
that show. That's
Yeah.
it.
I never watched it.
Hated it.
It was,
Everybody loves Raymond. It was not
everybody loves
good.
Raymond. It had very few really good episodes.
I
I'd rather watch
Yeah.
King of Queens.
like According to Jim. That
Yeah.
was probably
Yeah.
the last sitcom I was kind of like,
That was good.
okay.
Kind of good.
Yeah, it's like it's got the Blues Brothers in it, and like
Mhm.
he's got a blues band in it, so I can sit and watch this shit.
Dude, they had a cameo with Al Bundy and Peggy Bundy on
Yep.
there for crying out loud.
Did he?
Can't hate that show.
I don't remember that. But no,
Cousin Al and Cousin Peggy.
Yep.
They just called them Al and Peggy. That's all they called them.
Mhm.
And they never referenced the kids.
oh wow,
It was like one episode and done. So if you blinked, you missed it.
Mhm.
that's cool. I just like whenever Dan shows up. I can't remember his name, but Dan's like the crazy blues musician uncle or something like that shows up randomly.
Oh, yeah. That's right.
Yeah. I always liked him being on there. So, but musician news going on or continuing on with the sadness, we found out that Carl Dean, also known as Mr. Dolly Parton, passed away this week. And they were married for 60 plus years. Like,
Yeah.
Dude, you fulfilled your life sentence. You have now hit early parole. Kidding. I'm kidding. Condolences to the family, seriously, though.
You never hear about Hollywood couples that fucking last the test of time and shit like that. And
Let alone 6 weeks, dude.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Maybe he didn't die and he ran off with Jolene.
Oh.
The redheaded bank girl that always was trying to take him away from her.
Yeah.
She
damn.
finally came back and got that shit.
Yeah.
We went there. I'm just going to drink my 7-Up and let you guys kill our show.
As we do.
Yep.
But
we all
Dolly,
know.
like, this makes me sad, man. Dolly's a saint, and I want nothing but happiness for her. And, you know, as Wernerski would say, time marches on. But
how old is she? Is she like
82? No,
about
I'm sorry.
82.
She's somewhere around there, late 70s, early 80s.
Hey, chat, correct us out there. We know you're watching.
Yeah.
Do it. She was born in 46.
Oof.
She is 79.
Yeah.
She just turned 79 in January.
Oh.
I got to meet her when I was 13 years old.
Maybe she like older men.
Nah,
Nice.
she must have. Yeah, she was really friendly. She said, "Come here, love," to get a photo. So we're at the Grand Ole Opry, and she was playing that day.
Nice.
That would be
then
fucking
Then
cool.
we went to Dollywood.
Yeah, free tickets.
Nah, we just never saw her. We were there, but we saw her at the Grand Ole Opry. It was pretty funny.
Working 9 to 5.
Mm-hmm.
I love Dolly. I am not a fan of country music by any means, but I will.
Neither was her husband.
Yeah, that's the funny part. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, he was not a fan of country music.
I
But
did.
he
not
loved
know
her.
that.
Yep, loved her
Oh, yeah.
songs, but not country.
Yeah.
Well, her songs are just so great. Like her and
Mhm.
Patsy Cline. I could just sit and listen to whatever the fuck they
dude,
sang.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I grew up with that shit. I don't like
Yep.
country, but I can handle that.
That's Western.
Country Western.
I just love that line on the Blues Brothers. So what kind of music do you guys like here? We like both kinds of music, country and Western. Oh, shit. So, anyways, happier news. The Oscars were last week, and they wanted to figure out who could host the Oscars to bring the audience back and actually make the show enjoyable. And they finally went with somebody that's phenomenally fucking famous and talented and funny and witty. And it's Conan O'Brien, who took the time to write a note in each snack box that he put in the audience that told each audience member, I wanted to put a gummy in here for you, but Disney said that was a hard pass. But please enjoy the snack box.
Should ask my wife.
So Conan pretty much knocked it out of the park. The Disney execs, the ABC executives were very nervous by his jokes during rehearsal. He let out one that just leveled everybody. And he said, we're halfway through the show, which means Kendrick Lamar is about to come out and call Drake a pedophile.
Nice.
during the
That's
rehearsals, the ABC's executive said, no fucking way. Disney's executive came in and said, yes, fucking way.
Wow.
You are going to kill the whole house with that joke. Sell it. And
That was kind of his freebie is what it was.
Yeah, the guy who wrote the joke apparently won $50 for saying that that he can get it past the censors.
He was underpaid for that one.
Yeah, way underpaid.
Gosh.
That was like a $10,000 joke right there.
Yeah, at least.
I would say so.
Yeah.
Call Drake a pedophile.
Yeah.
Well,
If the
kinda.
shoe fits, you know.
A little bit.
Just put away the baby oil.
Put away the baby oil.
The
Every year we get super excited because we just know our favorite movie is going to win at the Oscars, and then
hell yeah, baby, let's go! Return of the King, 2026.
Fucking
that was the last time I actually watched.
That was the last time I gave a
on
shit.
a DVD.
Yeah.
It was either that or
all commercials.
Heath Ledger's posthumous award that I was the last time I watched.
Yep, that too.
No, with me, it was the when Return of the King won, because a friend of ours, Christine, had gone down to actually be in the audience and got to go to the OneRing.net party that they threw afterwards. So she got to rub shoulders with some hobbits.
I bet she did. I'm kidding.
There's at the mall.
Yeah.
So
that always works for you, Kevin. I'm sorry.
You got a hobbit knob. Anyway,
rub that
hobbit,
knob.
No, wrong kind of knob, Kevin.
Hobbit knob. I'm on to something. All right.
That's not what they mean by smoking pipe weed either.
It is in my
breathe
house.
it in all the way, Kevin.
My long bottom leaf.
There you go.
Not the old Toby.
Not the old Toby. I'm so embarrassed that I get that. Nerd.
So am I.
Nerds.
What up? We're in.
So, but every year, and this year for me, it was us knowing and just feeling in our hearts that Demi Moore was going to win the Oscar for Best Actress, and that horror was going to start getting its day in court for the Oscars.
Who's the whore?
Yeah, it was some other chick that won in a movie about horrors, and she goes out and starts giving her acceptance speech to all the, like, just tipping her hat to all the sex workers out there. I'm like, yeah, come on, whores! Woo! Whores! Home records, go!
UGLY. You ain't got no alibi. You ugly.
You ugly.
And here comes the hypocrisy. Oh, teeth!
My son is singing.
So anyway,
and then he goes high pitched. Everybody.
Yeah.
Now that I've offended all of our sex worker audiences,
please come back. Kevin will take care of you.
Yeah, somehow payments.
It's called
installments.
Thought you're part of that union too, Kevin.
Financing.
Yeah, this is unimproved union work while you're on stream right now. Yeah. So let's get you to where you have to go back to work.
Yeah.
And you don't want to get with scabs in a horror union thing.
Yeah, it's not good. Those scabbies are bad.
That just increases your chances of getting an
Just gonna pick at it too much.
Scabbies or scabies?
Well, scabies, but I'm saying scabbies code word.
Yes. So they proved fraud in the election or in the elections for the Oscars this year. And the way they finally did it is the people who won Best Actor were actually in the movie less than the actual supporting actors.
What?
Like Kieran Culkin was in the movie and he won Best Supporting Actor. He won for Best. He was in the movie longer than the person who was nominated for Best Actor. So the fact that people were winning awards for supporting and best when their times were not cohesive to what the nominations were supposed to be was a little fuckered up. So people are kind of starting to call foul on the Oscars this year. And it's like, well,
Only
duh. Yeah, like we knew that was going to win. The fucking Perez movie that didn't win, that was supposed to win until that lady started spewing all that shit on Twitter. It's like, oh, well, okay, well, I guess they just proved that point.
Yeah.
I don't know. So like the Oscars is mainly the Academy fluffing itself. So never expect what you like to win unless it's what the Academy wants to fluff itself for.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, speaking of Kieran Culkin, Kieran was canceled after the Oscars for misogyny. After he won, he made a reference to his wife who was in the audience. He said, "Remember after I won the Golden Globe, and you said if I got the Oscar, we can go home and we could finally make a baby."
Or two.
Yeah. So people
This
got
was
on
funny.
him for being a misogynist and demanding a baby from his wife in public.
These people can go fuck off. Like, seriously? God, fuck off.
He
You
said
can't-
she made the deal.
You can't.
And she agreed to
cancel
it,
him.
too. In the audience, she's like, yes, I did say that.
Yeah.
I fucking saw
That's just
this
bullshit.
at the hotel. Like, Jesus Christ. Come on. Relax, everybody. It's a fucking joke.
Yeah.
Let's go over a few things. Firstly, fuck you. Secondly, all the people bitching are not married. They're just not. You know that because
Anybody who's sex before makes this joke.
Anybody that's married knows what an inside joke is with a spouse.
Yep.
You have an inside joke with the spouse. And if you
I have
tell
no less
that
than
joke,
50 with mine. So, like, come on.
yeah, like eat a dick. Really, really just eat a dick, people.
Just ask Kevin. He knows how to do that.
Yes.
Nom, 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 nom. Handfuls. You got to fist fuck yourself in the face. Anyway. I'm a snacker. Habitual snacker.
Is that what they call it now?
Yeah.
Hey,
Fist
he's got to
fucking
munch
yourself.
on something.
Yum, 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 yum.
Not Crunchy Bush.
And then the other thing you can't cancel him for, he already fucking won. He won. Fuck you. Again.
Game over. He wins. His brother loses. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
how better can it get?
His brother was at home crying, proud of him. Like,
Yeah.
that's
Macaulay
fucking
was
cool.
home alone crying.
Harsh. I don't know that he was home alone. But
Macaulay's
he watched-
a good dude nowadays, so I'm making cracks.
No, and
Yeah,
he,
he's cleaning
he
up.
said he was just super proud of his brother, so I choose to
Absolutely.
believe him for that.
Yep.
Dude,
Yeah.
Kieran fucking earned it. I have no problem with this one.
Yeah.
And
Way to
then
go, Fuller.
The last thing we're going to say about that, and thank you for bringing that up, is number 3, he went home and made babies.
Yep.
He won.
Preach
He
it,
went
brother.
home, he got laid, made babies,
Multiple times, probably.
and not for nothing, but Fuller's wife is fucking hot.
Yeah.
You could piss the bed and still land a hot chick. God
Mhm.
bless
And I bet he's
America.
not firing blanks either. Yes, Kevin, he will do the DNA test at the glory hole.
I was gonna say, but Kevin just lost a customer that night.
Yep.
So.
For
That's not real.
life.
Those aren't alive.
Not anymore.
So, and then the Oscars got even shittier. They went on to
Yeah.
do the in memoriams,
Yeah.
and they left
This
out a
is
few names.
not
bad.
new, though. They've been doing this shit for years. If anybody's died within the last couple of months, they tend to snub people, or people that are on the outs with Hollywood have been snubbed if they died in the last year. This is not new. This is something that continues every goddamn year.
But
Well,
it had Gene
Fucked up
Hackman
every
covered.
goddamn year.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I know.
Gene Hackman, who died 2 days prior.
Yeah, got mentioned.
Yep.
Talked about.
So we have Michelle Trachtenberg,
Mm-hmm.
who passed away within the week. That's understandable. But like Skeeter said, Gene Hackman got mentioned.
Mhm.
Don't. Anyway, he undoubtedly contributed much more to the entertainment industry
Well,
than
yeah,
she did. But
Arguably.
still,
Tony
that's not
Todd
the point.
even.
Tony Todd is a black man that was in a horror film, several horror films. Most importantly, he
He's
was
been
a
in more
black
than
man.
that.
He's been in so much.
So
he
they're
had
not
as
going to
full
give
of
him
a
the time
career
of
as
fucking
Robert
day.
Englund did.
Yeah.
Fuller. He made more TV shows, more movies. Fuller
Mhm.
career. He
And
did
he's a
more
damn good
to
voice
reach
actor.
out to his fans. So what I want the Academy to recognize is that they disrespected that man. They not only disrespected the horror community, they not only disrespected his fans, they disrespected a man that gave so fucking much to this community that they should be ashamed of themselves. They need to say his name,
Mhm.
and they need to say it with fucking respect, because
Where's
that's
Will
what he
Smith
deserves.
when you need him, everybody? Just saying.
Say his name 5 times so we can come back and beat them all senseless.
Mhm.
Jesus.
He was the coolest person to follow on Twitter. He was so gracious to every single fan that tweeted to him or that wanted to tag him in something. And when he was bored waiting in airports and shit, he's listening to music on YouTube and sharing the music videos that he's watching and telling us, "Oh man, y'all check out this song. This was some awesome shit." And you learn so much from him that way. Same thing with movies and stuff, or he'd show you what he was going out to eat, what his cat was doing, and his cat was cute as hell. So it's like you left out an important one. Olivia Husey. What?
Yeah.
Because she pointed out the fact that you're all a bunch of fucking pedophiles, you left her out?
Mhm.
Yep.
Mm.
Can't do that.
Yeah. They exploited her at 15. And when she tried fucking doing something about it, they shot her down. She didn't have a career in the US anymore. So again, fuck the Academy. Fuck it right in its butt.
Yeah.
Sideways.
And take away the baby oil.
And take away the baby oil.
That
That
all
having
got
been said,
confiscated.
the Oscars.
Real quick before you carry on,
Yeah.
guys. Justin does have a comment on if anybody watched Daredevil Born Again in here.
Yep.
Yep.
I did.
We did.
Okay. Justin will get you a link when we get to that section. I have not watched it, but I don't care about spoilers.
I mean, I kind of care about spoilers, but
Yeah.
there
Well, if
wasn't
you've
a
only
whole lot.
watched the only episodes available, I mean, it's not a problem.
Yeah.
We'll get to the complaints and the compliments. I promise.
Mhm.
One of the last things I'll say about the Oscars is the day after they had such phenomenal ratings, and everyone at ABC was like should have been patted on the back for the great show. Disney laid off 200 staffers.
Fucking corporate America.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
it's still, I mean, it sucks, but at the same time, that's not a ton like we've seen on the video game industry and other movie and TV show. And, this is one of the smaller ones.
That's true, but I when I say that they're laying off 200 people the day after they had a great fucking ratings, just
That's
keep
butt
that
crap.
keep that in mind the next time they do a fucking price hike for Disney Plus
Mhm.
without adding any fucking special features or nothing like that to it.
Yeah.
Like y'all are just sitting there fluffing yourselves and charging everybody else for it. So fuck y'all. Anyway, and then the very last thing that we'll point out, Skeeter already mentioned, is that yes, 2 days after the news broke of Gene Hackman's passing, he was mentioned in memoriam at the Oscars by God himself.
Yeah.
Like, you can't get much more honored than that. You can't, and he deserved it. He did.
Morgan freaking Freeman, baby.
Yep.
Yeah, and he and Clint Eastwood both said, you know what, we lost a friend. And for people like that who are so goddamn famous to say I lost a friend who gosh, you don't know if they have any real emotional attachments to anybody because
Yeah.
they're so famous. And to hear them call someone their friend, it kind of hurts because you want to believe it.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody loved Gene. Like,
Yep.
it's nice to see the support and whatever information's coming out right now about the passing of him, his wife, and the dog. Like,
Wow.
it's an endless supply of like what is going on here. But I'll tell you this: like, him passing away was a hit. When Clint passes, I guarantee you this whole nation is gonna cry like a goddamn baby, from old men to young kids.
Well,
and Clint's like 90 something. So
yeah, they were both pretty up there.
Mm-hmm.
But the circumstances of their passing has been released. It was kind of an interesting week. There was a gas leak in their house. It was so minuscule from the stove that it was only worth mentioning because there was one there. It was non-toxic to anything or anyone.
Right.
There was no carbon monoxide poisoning. There was no toxicology reports. There was no signs of foul play. The news outlet said that the bodies were partially mummified. This is misleading. Skeeter and I were talking about it last night. I'm kind of like, they keep using that word, but I don't think it means what I think it means. And basically what it means is the bodies were, instead of going into a state of decay and molding, they were drying out. Yeah, they were becoming leathery. So, and that's what the mummification process meant, not like being wrapped up and having their fucking organs pulled out or whatever. So here's what happened. In the Midwest, there is a virus that is spread around through rodents called hantavirus, and it spreads through their urine and through their feces. And many campers that go and clean up their cabins or their lodgings and shit like that out in the mountains, and they sweep up and clean up the rat piss or mouse piss and poop. It launches that virus up into the air, and it gets into your lungs. And there's really no cure for hantavirus, and it's very lethal. So the wife cleaning the house contracted hantavirus, and she died from the respiratory illness. The dog that passed away was in a kennel in the closet, so I'm going to guess that animal starved.
Yeah. And
Gene passed away approximately a week after his wife passed away. She'd been lying on the floor for a week, and he had been dawdling around the house, probably not knowing what's going on due to Alzheimer's. And he passed away from cardiac issues, and cardiac issues arise when you starve to death.
Yeah. Yeah, my wife and I were talking about, because she took care of people that had Alzheimer's for a while. And she goes, yeah, this totally makes sense. She, got sick, fell on the floor, died. And he probably walked by like, oh, she's napping. And just go on about his day, not knowing what was really going on. And, the dog in the closet, she goes, oh, it's probably, he thought, oh, it's being annoying. I'll just put it here for now so it calms down. Because she's seen that happen with people with Alzheimer's before. So it's like a lot of it made sense as soon as I told her this or showed her this article. She's like, oh, that makes all sense. Yeah, that works. And she started telling me about it. And I'm like, oh, yeah, okay. So nothing foul. It's just Alzheimer's. You look, oh, they're sleeping. Walk away,
Just weird timing, really.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And,
Just
tragic.
maybe
she took care of his medication and his pills, and now he's not taking them. And that could also have been what, took care of him.
Yeah.
Yeah, he could somehow maybe remember to eat some food, drink some water, use the bathroom, but like showers and stuff, who knows? Like when you have Alzheimer's, it's very strange. Like, yeah, it's hard to say.
Mm-hmm.
My mom's got dementia, and we have to remind her to drink
and eat.
Yeah, and eat.
Yeah, my mom had that too.
So this was just a real tragic set of circumstances.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's no other way to look at it. Like it's tragic and horrible. He
Yeah.
didn't deserve that. He was great.
Mhm.
He's a piece of art.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
Who just entertained so many generations over so many decades.
yeah,
Rest
And-
in peace.
and
all.
yeah.
inspired.
Yes, and inspired.
Mm-hmm.
Now for an inspiring piece of shit.
Uh-oh.
Here we go.
We do not need to hear about your number 2 business before the stream started. Oh, wait. Never mind.
this
It's Neil
son of a
Gaiman.
bitch.
It is the shit you took before the stream started.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck, I used to love this guy, and now I'd like to see him just
Yeah.
go away and never come back.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Sandman season 2 is going to be the end of that ride on Netflix.
I'm not even gonna watch it.
Me neither.
So my thing is this: he's all proud of himself because this one accuser is he's saying is a fanatic, is a driven fanatic, like actual fanaticism, crazy.
He crazy.
And that he has the text to prove it. All right, dog.
Like Vince McMahon?
Yeah, like what about the other 7 bitches though?
Well,
Oh,
that
shit.
doesn't matter.
But this one I'm sorry, like this people getting upset when they get caught is just stupid. It's so stupid. And blaming other people for your misdeeds when you get caught is even dumber.
Yeah,
Got caught with his hand in the cookie jar. Ooh.
literally.
Hey, cookie jar.
You said it, not me.
Yeah.
I started that.
Yeah, he just, like I said, just
Yeah, it's a
fuck
shame.
off and don't come back.
People are morons.
Yeah. Yeah.
Go hang out with Diddy.
Yeah, he can go hang out with Diddy.
Might be on his list.
Diddy party.
Get diddled. Diddled.
Let them diddle each other.
With not a single bottle of lube.
Yeah.
You tell him, Kev.
Road rash for everyone.
That's how you get the grind on.
All right. So another update from a previous story is we talked about how the Siegel family is wanting to sue for rights for Superman overseas. Like they're saying that they should be getting money for Superman being produced or being shown overseas. Warner Brothers in turn immediately turn around and wants the motion dismissed, saying that there's no basis to it, that they had that resolved years ago, and they're wasting time. And that's probably true, but so is Warner Brothers.
Mhm.
Like it's really hard to fucking point a finger at this one. Like Warner Brothers isn't going to pay the creative family or the estate any money that they don't have to. So I believe the family probably does have to fight a great deal to get those royalties.
Yeah, they're just trying to get it thrown out so they don't have to settle, but that's not going to work out. So it's going to end up getting settled at some point for some sort of money, and then everybody's happy again.
Mm-hmm.
Until the sequel.
Yeah, until the next time.
Yep.
Well, until it gets rebooted again, because when these contracts happen with the negotiation of the rights, it's for whatever this is going to be for this iteration of Superman. So if it's David Cornsweth, it's for all of his movies. But when they recast and they start all over again, then here we go again. It'll start up. It happened with Henry Cavill. It happened, continuously throughout the year or so. I don't know why the TV show rights are so different, though, because that hasn't happened with those, but it's happened with the movies.
Yeah.
I don't know. Do the TV shows play overseas?
Yeah.
Some of them do,
Streaming,
yeah.
yeah.
So it's weird. You don't hear about that with the TV shows, but you hear about it with the movies.
Oh, yeah.
But you
Bigger
make the
budget.
most money off of the movies anyway, so that's probably why.
Yep, bigger budget.
They're saving their fight for the bigger fight.
Yep.
They're saving
Hey,
their
I
fight for
would.
the money.
I ain't gonna lie, I would do the same damn thing too. Be like, you know what? You're about to make a bunch of money. We want to make sure we get our proper percentage on this because great grandpa did all this shit. Just saying.
Right? We have the original pages and shit. Come on.
Yeah, we don't want to work
No.
or do a real job for our lives. We just want to continually pilfer money from our father or grandfather's name
No.
and stuff.
Uncle. This is
Uncle,
the
yep.
nephew.
Or whoever the fuck.
Whatever the family member.
They
Great
just want to milk this for all that they're worth,
Yep.
and they're very welcome to do it.
Sure.
But go get a real fucking job. Don't
Mhm.
rely on this shit, because at some point the well's going to dry up and you're going to be
Yep.
down.
Yeah, it's not like Warner Brothers to be like, you know what? We don't really need to make another Superman movie for another 20
No.
years.
Because they could do that if they wanted
Yep.
to.
They have twice before. 3
Mhm.
times.
Yeah. So it's perfectly well within their rights to be like, yeah, you know what? Screw everybody. We ain't going to do one for 25 years.
Well, you got to figure like it is on the average every 20 to 25 years that they make a Superman movie.
Mhm.
1951, 1978, you got those 4, and then they waited another 25 almost 20 years into 2006
Yep.
Yeah, for
and then
Superman Returns.
2015. Yeah.
Which thank you, Bryan Singer, for fucking that up too.
Yeah, right.
Mhm.
Great cast, sort of.
Great cast, terrible script.
Oh god, it was
Yeah.
horrible.
Rather watch Superman 4.
That's the Skeeter I know.
Hmm?
Nuclear Man.
Yeah.
I got nothing to say about that. Anyway,
Yeah.
We did on our last 0 Point reviews of
Yeah.
Zero-
I was going to say
Superman
you
4.
did it already.
we did say something nice about it. It wasn't part 3.
Yeah.
Exactly. Dewey! Woodsboro's favorite deputy is back in town. David Arquette will officially reprise his role as Dewey Riley from the first 5 Scream movies in the upcoming 7th installment of the horror franchise.
So now I'm convinced they're doing the flashback thing. Like all these
Yeah, I
people
think so too.
are just going to show
Yeah.
up at the very beginning in flashback scenes.
Yep.
And they're getting paid for it because they're in flashbacks.
Mhm.
Ultimately, for the big twist at the end that one of them is actually still alive and they were never dead before.
Or that it's been Dewey all along.
Yeah.
Dude, that would be kind of funny, to be honest with you.
I always had that feeling it was him.
Yeah, I know,
Be
right?
a real ballsy plot twist, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it
Mhm.
would.
It was me. And have him take
But
off
then-
an arm.
It'd follow scary movie theme then.
Yep.
Oh man, I love that show.
You
I
getting
love
Kevin
that
going?
movie. I know. Kevin and I
Goosebumps,
both
baby.
love
Goosebumps. If I could get my picture taken with Doofy at a con, I totally would. Like
Yeah,
he's
same.
always at cons. I love him so much. The special deputy officer Doofy.
You mean former WCW World Heavyweight Champion David Arquette, Kevin?
Yep.
No, Doofy. Jason.
Yeah. Oh shit, what's his last name?
I can't think of it.
Arquette.
Yeah, but he looked like David Arquette.
He looks just like him. I'm gonna have to look that up because it's gonna piss me off.
So Robin Swallows. Kevin Swallows.
Kel Swallows.
Right
Kevin
at the
Swallows.
glory hole.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, let's see here.
Riveting podcasting.
Shut up! I'm looking.
You know, this is really good for like anybody listening, not
Yeah.
watching the video. That dead air is so wonderful. You go to check to see if you hit the play button again or not, or
Yeah, I'm checking. Nope. And
Yeah.
stream is still okay. I'm checking on Twitter. Justin's going to join us when we get to Daredevil, maybe. Let's see here. Oh, Kevin's looking at that.
TikTok,
Okay,
Kevin.
so
Wow.
are any of you guys actually like Scream movie fans? Like Chad, are you into this like at all?
You know, I really enjoyed the first one.
Yeah.
The second one and the third one were just okay. I haven't seen past Scream 3.
same.
That's
same
about
here.
where I kind of stopped, was the first
Yeah, I
three.
kinda-
After that, I'm like, not really feeling this. And
Yeah.
even then, when they first came out, I wasn't really like the biggest fan of them. The only one I kind of liked was not even this movie, it was Urban Legend.
Oh, that was a great movie.
The first one only. though.
Yes.
After
Yeah,
that-
Well,
I only saw the
there's
first
only
one
one
of
in my
those.
book.
yeah.
There's only one in my book.
Second one's fucking
Oh,
terrible.
horrible.
So Doofy, wow, I had no fucking clue. Doofy is Dave Sheridan. It was not Jason.
Yeah. Dave
Um,
Sheridan.
and he's
Well,
also
at
the
least
bad,
that's another David.
Mm-hmm.
he's also the bad guy in Bubble Boy.
Yep.
I had no fucking clue.
Really? You didn't put
I've
that
never
together?
seen that one.
Bubble Boy?
No. Oh my god.
God,
Oh my god.
fucking
Oh no, that's
so
gonna be
stupid,
Kevin's
but
birthday
funny.
choice for our 0-point
Yep.
reviews. Oh, I'm in trouble now.
Yes. I second that.
Oh,
I
God,
Bubble
don't
Boy.
do this to me, guys.
So fucking funny.
Fuck.
Can I help you?
Poontang.
You're gonna have to buy a ticket, sir.
Oh my
That
God, I'll
movie's
take your
got
word
so
for it.
many fucking cameos in it, and they're all wonderful.
I kept Zach Galifianakis was great in that. With just every time with that switch. Just
Oh,
to talk.
The bus.
Yeah.
Oh shit. All right. So how about some first looks? We got some good first looks.
All right.
Not good looking, but some good first looks. The first one is Bambi.
A reckoning.
Look at that motherfucker. I love
There's
it.
a trailer? I'm gonna look it up.
I don't know, but here's a better picture of him. This is the wait, no, that's not it. That's the wrong button. Here is the poster.
Ooh, that
It's
looked
got a
good on
little
my
bit more
wall.
color. Yeah, I don't dislike this. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I think it's cool. It's probably gonna look like shit. It's probably gonna be the equivalent to an asylum picture, but goodness.
Who gives a shit? These are terrible movies, and that's the whole fucking point.
Looks like
It's-
they were
I thought
trying
it'd
to
be The
copy
Rock.
the deer head in Evil Dead 2.
Yeah.
Either that or the deer from Slither.
Oh yeah.
Son of a bitch, there is a trailer.
Ooh.
Really?
One
Roll
second, I'll get there loaded.
Roll that beautiful bean footage.
I just remember the Saturday Night Live, or no, it wasn't Saturday Night Live. There was some bit where it was The
Yeah, it
Rock
was
playing
SNL.
Bambi.
Yeah. That was
was?
either SNL or Funny or Die. I think it was SNL.
Yeah. I was waiting for that when they said Bambi the Reckoning was being made. I'm like, well, here comes The Rock.
The final boss.
Oh God, that
You shot my mother.
whatever. I'm gonna call one for this shit.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Her name's Flower.
Heaven at the glory hole.
Getting pollinated.
Bambi the Reckoning.
I love that it has teeth.
Yeah.
It's serrated teeth.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie, that looks fun to me. I
It
could
looks
care less if it's good or
fun.
not. I just want it to be fun.
Yeah. As a
Yeah,
deer
kinda.
hunter, I kind of want to see this. Even though a white-tailed deer is not the size of a fucking moose. I mean, they're
It was fucking huge. dude.
huge. And yeah, whitetails aren't that big. They're about
No.
they're a lot smaller.
Baby
So
looked
that
like
was
what, a 30-point buck? Jesus
Yeah.
Christ.
well, get the
30
good old
points.
Yoopers.
Yeah.
Bananas at Large or the Yoopers song. Did you see
Yeah,
the
there you
30
go.
pointer?
30-pointer.
That thing's gonna
30
make a
points.
hell of a record.
I gotta play that every deer season. If I don't,
There
I
you
get
go.
5 to 10 people going, why haven't you played it yet? And I usually have to play it twice. Along
Oh,
with
okay.
second day of deer camp. Because I got the Yoopers that sing 30-point buck and Bananas at Large who does second day at deer camp, but everybody thinks it's the same group.
Hey, us Wisconsiners, we're kind of crazy.
Yeah, Ascani people.
Scanny people.
Yep, Scanies.
Oh,
No, I'm pretty game for this movie, though.
I am too. I'm kind of excited
Yeah.
to see it.
Yeah, that should be fun.
wanting destruction, y'all. I'm totally down.
This just reminds me of like the era of like full moon movies where
Yeah.
even though it was low budget, like
Yep.
honestly,
Bad.
the acting in this did not look like amateur level. It actually looked like, hey, wait, some of these people are actually trying in this movie. That actually kind of makes a difference for me. So
Yeah.
Mhm.
It looked on par with Willie's.
Yeah.
The old creature features. You know,
Uh-huh.
Oh yeah.
Up all night with.
Dude, I walked into the
Gilbert.
living room the other night before I went back to my to the place where I'm staying, and I catch my 9-year-old daughter watching Blood and Honey. I'm like, whoa, whoa,
Oh no!
I'm like, fuck, no, Winnie the
That's Winnie the
Pooh.
Pooh.
Gonna kill Christopher Robin with a hammer. Look.
And then when she becomes a psycho killer, you know exactly where it started from. Blood and Honey.
Harley's already got fucking issues, man. She's not sweet like Zoe.
Welcome to the stomping grounds.
She's sweet like Daddy. Yeah.
Mhm.
Anyway,
Poor kid.
moving along to another first look. Here is our first. She's blessed. She's your first look at Sentry in Funko form.
Wow.
But he's
Yep.
not blonde in the movie, so good luck with that.
I think he turns blonde.
Oh fuck.
I think he like changes figures and complexions and stuff. I'm not 100%, but I think he turns blonde.
So he's transitioning during the movie?
Back and forth.
Oh, okay.
You know.
Going back and forth between Sentry and Void.
Yes, and Bob. Just regular old Bob. So I don't
old Bob.
Old Bob.
How come the Winter Soldier looks like Jensen Ackles?
Yeah, right.
From Supernatural.
He does.
Or
Probably they
even,
just recycled the head.
At least in the pop version here.
Yeah.
That's pretty accurate. Like I think they probably just reused one of Jensen's old heads. Oh, now he's gonna go get Jensen's head.
Yep.
Gonna go give Jensen head.
Well, he's taking a cue from Kevin over here.
Yeah.
Oh, this is an earlier one. I got the one where he has the beard.
Oh wow.
That's that. But he doesn't have the newer version of it where he's got the beard for the boys. He's on. They made the Funko Pop of that, and it looks just like that. So
I bet you it is that head because they used the Superman head for Ash.
Yep.
Like totally.
Oh yeah.
All right. So anyway, now a good first look. Something pretty, something old, something new, something borrowed, and something blue. What does that have to do with us? 50th
glory hole?
anniversary of Jaws.
Yes.
Fuck yes. I wasn't there for the original airing, of course, or the original screening. I don't think any of us were in the theater for the original screening.
No.
I am my wife and I are gonna fucking go to this. She wants to take the kids. I don't necessarily. Not Sean. That's my brother. Hunter might like it. He might enjoy it because he likes sharks. He likes the ocean and stuff, but he's never sat and watched the whole movie. He likes the Meg.
Yeah.
I'm giving very, very considerate thought to bringing my RiffTrax app with me and plugging in one of my earbuds.
there you go.
So I'd be the only person sitting there laughing, watching Jaws on the big screen. But man, the RiffTrax to Jaws is epic. It's just epic. So, but I didn't get a picture of it. Universal Studios has a 50th anniversary Jaws popcorn bucket and drink carrier for the park. And the drink carrier is kind of neat. It's a shark jumping out of the water, and it's got like a little strap for your arm or whatever. And in the mouth is your bottle, and the bottle is a pressurized air tank.
Ooh, that's kind of cool.
Okay, that's pretty cool.
That's cool.
That sounds cool.
So
I
I was
have to
excited
3D
about
print
that. Yeah.
Kevin underwater with a blow tank. Gotcha.
And then this is fucking awesome. I
The
don't
old
think
toys. Wow.
the old game is getting a revamp with a shark that actually looks like Bruce, and it's
You
gonna
know
be
what? I'm actually okay with this.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I would totally get this just to have it. Like, it doesn't look any easier or more fun to play than it did 50 years ago, but it looks a hell of a lot cooler. Like, it pulling boat trash out of this motherfucker.
Mm-hmm.
I actually kind of remember that toy.
I
didn't
played
have
it.
it, but I knew a buddy who did.
Yeah, my cousins had one,
Mhm.
and I remember playing it.
I think they had those in Universal Studios, like in the gift shops, because they had it
Probably.
on the tour.
Brother, I didn't even hear you come in. How's it going?
I snuck in.
Snuck in under the
Snuck
radar.
in using my anti-radar sense.
Yep.
Mm.
Going on.
Oh,
No sonar.
I got to go back one. I'm sorry, but go back two. John just brought up a good point. Is Taskmaster there?
Taskmaster's dead.
Taskmaster's gonna get killed early on.
Taskmaster and Ghost, I think, right?
Probably.
Yeah.
Or does I've heard those two.
It's not even the right Taskmaster, for fuck's
No.
sake.
Nope.
No,
Or they
it's
just know
not.
that those won't sell.
Yeah.
Walmart clearance aisle.
It's a new light special at Kmart. All 4 of them that are still around.
Yeah.
All right. So earlier this week, Variety had an article that said Hollywood is pulling back its DEI choices in order to appease the president's mandates on DEI hiring and shit like that. I think Hollywood's wanting to make as much money as they possibly can right now with all the fire and devastation shit that happened down there. So they're not trying to rock any boat. Most people are kind of like, yeah, but you know what? That's just who we are. So, inclusion's just kind of a thing. Whoops, not that. That was the wrong one. Disney, on the other hand, said, you know what? Not us. We're going to shelf that Disney the fucking Princess and the Frog show we got. We're not even going to air the motherfucker.
Wow.
Yep. Jokes aside, there were many, many, many artists that worked very hard on this. There were talented actors that worked hard on this. And Disney is just going to shelve it. It's not going to hit Disney Junior. It's not going to hit D+. It's just going to get shelved.
It's funny. The movie is probably the last good original thing Disney released.
Yeah, and everybody bitched
because I
about
have
it.
kids. I mean, maybe Frozen. Frozen came after, right? So maybe you don't include that. But yeah, it's one of the last few ones from having my daughters growing up and whatnot. One of the ones that I remember, besides like Frozen getting played out.
Frozen totally got played out, and I would not call it as enjoyable as Princess and the Frog.
No.
Like, that movie just had so much more soul to it. Like,
the music in New Orleans and all that. Yeah, it's good.
Fucking A. Like, you really felt like you were sitting there watching the movie and you felt like you were down in New Orleans, little New Orleans in Disneyland.
Could have been a soundtrack to Live or Let Die.
Yeah. Totally
like
cool.
I said, Keith David.
Yes. Right?
Mm-hmm.
You can never go wrong with Keith David.
Hell no.
Nope.
Oh. He's oh gosh, that would be... I was gonna say, was he in Spawn? But duh.
He was the voice actor for Spawn.
He was in the cartoon.
Kevin, you've got
the real Spawn.
you gotta pull yourself away from the glory hole. I think you're starting to lose air.
I'm tired, dude.
He's getting an ear infection.
Speaking of blowing.
Yeah, ear infection. Yeah.
I can't hear you.
Yep.
So here are all the actors so far confirmed for Christopher Nolan's Odyssey picture. So far, to my knowledge, the only person who has been listed as being a certain character is Matt Damon playing Odysseus.
Yep.
No idea who anyone else is playing, but golly, they've got a really solid cast.
So Lupita Nyong'o, Athena is bullshit or what?
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, she was.
Yeah.
They said she was playing Athena.
Is Elliot Page playing Servant Boy?
No, they're gonna get pregnant and they're gonna rename her Juno.
Is Corey Hawkins Zeus?
Yeah.
Oh, and we got Leguizamo in here, so yay.
Leguizamo's gonna be Zeus.
I thought it was gonna be Pedro Pascal, honestly. So
why is Disney doing this movie?
Okay, wait. What's a redheaded character from the Odyssey? That'll be Zendaya. Ginger side.
That was great.
I mean, she's supposed to be Mara Jade too, right?
Oh God, yeah.
Is she really?
No, I mean that's the bullshit rumor.
Yeah.
Oh. I was gonna be like, wait a second.
My time to lie. Hello. Yeah.
Your time to lie.
Wait, is that the guy from fucking Acolyte down in the bottom next to Mr. Garcia?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
William.
I mean, I guess more known for Squid Game, right?
Yeah.
One somebody actually watched.
Yep.
Squid Game, and you could also catch him in the clearance aisle at the toy section in Walmart.
No, that was the Master Jedi in Acolyte. That was from Squid Game, not the younger kid.
Oh, Manny.
Oh.
Manny.
Yeah, Manny.
My bad. Never mind. All right, let's see here. What else? We've got.
I can't believe you guys made me watch that fucking show.
We told you not to.
What? Fuck off. No, we got it. Jeff, you got to watch it so we can all talk about it. All right, I'll find a way to watch it.
I liked Agatha better.
Yep.
I did not waste my time with the Acolyte.
You are a smart man, Chad. You are better than the rest of us.
It was kind of doo-doo. Kind of
Watch
doo-doo.
Skeleton Crew.
It was fun to make fun of Acolyte.
Episode of that.
Yes, that was the reason to watch Acolyte was to shit on it.
That upped my editing skills quite a degree.
Now, I am greatly surprised Riff Tracks didn't hit the pilot to that.
They should.
They should because it or the Wookiee fight scene because it was just really bad.
Yeah, that alone.
It was worth the riff.
Yeah. So. I'd watch it again if it was on Riff Tracks.
Yeah.
Yeah. Come on, Mike. You know you want to.
Hit it. So here's a blast from our past coming back to make our lives a little bit better.
Yeah.
Acclaim, the video game publisher, coming back. And I have got to say, if we get another Tiger Heli game out of this, or if they bring back Tiger Heli for the Switch, I'm so there.
You were Wizards and Warriors
when I was a kid.
Same here.
Like they were just fun games, and it was shocking to me as a kid. Like I thought they were so huge because they'd made so many fucking popular video games that when they went away, I was like, how is that possible? Like I didn't think a publisher like that could go away. And then of course Sega fucking eventually went away too, and I'm like, oh my god.
Well, Sega only backed out of the console market. They didn't back out of games.
Right.
So.
Right. But it seemed that way for a while.
Right.
So, and let's see. Here is our first look at the new Severus Snape from the
Oh, fuck off with
that's
this
bullshit.
Shit.
That is such bullshit.
Oh, and if you go to the headline on Deadline, it specifically says they're still negotiating, so it's not a confirmed done deal unless something's changed in the last day.
Yeah, the first time I saw it, I thought it was a joke, and I'm like, "Oh, okay, that's funny."
Too.
And then I've seen it all over, and I'm like, "Are you shitting me? This is real?" Oh,
especially when they're starting to now incorporate American actors into a British property and show, which for the movies they set precedent. Like, okay, now you're going to start opening up to Americans when then you can automatically have, I know people are going to scream about Adam Driver, but Adam Driver's the fucking layup for Severus Snape.
Yeah.
He looks fucking like him, and he's younger than Alan was when he took the role. So.
Yeah. Plus, I don't know. I see a little disrespectful for Alan's memory to like cast somebody that doesn't look, sound, has the persona of him.
Well, and it's not even saying that Papa is, whatever his name is not a good actor. It's just like, what are you doing here? This isn't like Michael Clark Duncan becoming fucking Kingpin, which worked. This just does not make sense. It just doesn't make sense.
No.
Michael Clark Duncan looked like Kingpin.
Yeah, he did.
Basically.
He acted like Kingpin. I don't know.
Who knows? Maybe this will be our next James Bond now.
Oh.
You know it's going to happen.
They got rid of Barbara Broccoli because she all called Amazon executives fucking idiots. And they're like, you know what? Get rid of her. Pay her off. And that's how that went down.
Yep. There was
Bezos is like, don't care. Here's a blank check. Get rid of her.
What a fragile piece of shit.
Yeah.
What a teeny tiny fragile piece of shit he is. She didn't like our idea. Get rid of her. I don't like her. Now, I'm surprised he didn't have her killed. Like,
oh, so she called you a fucking idiot. Yo, we've been called way worse, and we're like YouTubers. Like, come on, grow a skin, brother.
What a fucking pussy.
Yeah, fucking seriously.
I'm sorry. I'm not even sorry. Fuck him.
But this kind of takes me out of the whole show to begin with, so I'm not even gonna fucking bother watching it.
Nope.
I don't know. I'm curious.
I do kind of want to see John.
Oh, sure.
It, so.
Yeah, Lithgow, I'll watch like his scenes specifically. I've read the books. I've seen the movies. I'll watch clips.
I'll watch clips.
I don't like the movies. I didn't read the books.
I liked the movies. They started straying away from the books once they got to number 3.
Yep.
Yeah, Prisoner of Azkaban. Yeah.
Yeah, they got the director from Y Tu Mama Tambien.
Alfonso Cuarón.
And they changed like everything. Like the kids are all in street clothes now. There's like sex appeal between Ron and Hermione and Harry, even though in the book there's no sex appeal between the three of them.
At least until book 5, anyway.
Well, yeah, until
was it Order of the Phoenix? Is that one of them? I think that was the last one I watched. I'm like, I'm out.
Well, I love the movie, but they did not nail the landing on it. They did the wrong goddamn curse when they killed Sirius. So it made that really wrong because I loved how the book went. And as far as like Prisoner of Azkaban goes, I love that movie. It was the last movie I watched before I read all the books. And then I read the books, and that became my most hated movie I've ever seen of the Harry Potter series. So it was a total flip from like, oh, great movie. I didn't read the book. Read the book. Yeah, hate the movie.
They left out everything.
It was an hour and a half movie, for fuck's sake.
Yeah.
The movie should have been like 2 hours 15. There was like 40 minutes they could have added in there, and everybody would have watched it.
Yep.
And there was a fuck ton of deleted scenes too. That's the funny thing.
Yeah, I know. I watched them all.
Well,
Harry Potter.
Speaking of reboots, let's get to the third reboot for our next movie. Resident Evil.
I didn't know about this.
You did? Oh, jeez. I'm excited for this.
A third Resident Evil reboot will be coming. Fourth, if you don't count the CGI movies.
Yeah.
Of September of next year, and it's supposedly going to be more centralized on the video games. Kind of like the Netflix series was supposed to be, huh?
Yeah.
God.
I'll just rewatch George Romero's Resident Evil, the documentary.
Give us a fucking Resident Evil 4 movie, and that's the happiest shit you could possibly make anybody.
I'll take a Resident Evil 5 movie, which they're never going to make.
Well,
5 was okay.
Yeah.
But they'll never make a movie version of that.
No, because they'd have to film it in Africa.
Yep.
And that's not going to happen.
And the fucking special effects would be huge.
Yeah.
They had some cool monsters in part 5.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
Just saying.
But they doubled down on the co-op where I was kind of like, I didn't like the co-op in part 4. Oh shit!
Yeah.
Now this lady's here with you
Yeah.
the entire time.
Entire
Okay,
time.
all right. Then.
Yeah, agreed.
Yep.
She doesn't whine like Ashley did though, so that's all right.
I played 5 with the Move.
Oh,
really?
my God, you
Yeah.
did.
Move remotes. I played it regular, beat it, and I thought, oh, it's got Move control. Let me try that. Holy shit, is that hard?
I could never do the Move controllers.
I got halfway through the game, and I'm like, nah, I beat it once. I'm good.
I'm good.
So any other Move games, I had no problem. So, but that one, oh, so tough. Especially trying to pinpoint, shoot targets and that. That's fuck.
I bet because of the laser pointer and shit.
So, well, no, it's just, you had 2 glowing balls that it tracked. So, and you're trying to.
Oh, you didn't get to see your laser pointer
not,
then.
Yeah, it's not real fine. It's a ball like that big on there, and you're like, the screen's trying to interpret where exactly you're pointing. It's like, oh, but bad.
It works for a shotgun.
Best Move game I played was like Killzone 3 or something.
Yes.
Like that.
Yep.
It had the gun, so it was fucking awesome.
Oh, good game.
Let's see. And then coming back to theaters for its 35th anniversary is one of my favorite movies that I ever saw in the theater. I'm definitely going to do this again. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 3 from 1990. Yeah. We'll be back in the theaters August 17th. So fucking down for this shit. Yeah. I love the first Ninja Turtles movie. I saw it with all my friends for my buddy Josh's birthday. That was the first time we pranked somebody, like at a sleepover. We stuck his little brother's hand in a bowl of warm water.
Oh my God.
What a night. What a night. We had a great time. I'm sorry, Ben. I love you, buddy.
No, you don't. You tormented the poor boy.
It was your brother's idea.
Yeah.
Or when you drew the black marker thing on his face. Yeah, sure you did.
we didn't know about that just yet.
But you would have.
Probably, yes. Yes.
This is like one of the most comic accurate movies like ever.
Yeah.
Right? They take a lot of shit, like straight from panels. Like Shredder's death, like all that.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, because Shredder actually does die in the comics. Like he's not.
Yeah, but he gets blown up by a thermite grenade. He doesn't get crushed in a garbage truck compactor.
True.
That's cool too, though.
It was only supposed to be the one comic. Eastman and Laird had only gotten enough money together to do like a just the one comic, do just a run on it, and then it got popular.
Yep.
And it's basically Frank Miller's Daredevil.
Yeah.
Because the Ninja Turtles are Daredevil and Splinter's Stick. Splinter and Stick.
And then
and the
they
hand
did
is the
show,
Foot Clan.
Well, they showed Matt Murdock as a boy in that comic. The vial of mutagen is what hit Murdock in the face.
In the face?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Really?
Yeah.
God bless those guys. I love them.
Yeah, because the originals were black and white, right?
Yep.
Yeah, they were originally black and white.
They're they weren't funny too. They were more serious.
Yeah,
they were a lot more serious.
Then they got goofy as hell, and then I think Last Ronin. That's when we got back to the serious tone. At least the one that I know of.
Yeah.
God, The Last Ronin is so fucking good.
That's what I've been meaning to ask. So.
Oh, that would
see that movie.
That is. I've been.
They're gonna make one.
Yeah.
Well, there's a video game that's coming out.
Yep, the video game, but I want to see a movie of that.
It probably need to be a trilogy though. It's a pretty long run.
There's going to be a video game,
or at least 2 movies.
Yep.
Well, Hunter, if you're
or
watching,
one good video game.
Yeah. Probably better luck with that.
But no, Last Ronin is probably one of the best Ninja Turtle stories, and it is such a fucking gut punch.
Yeah, it's dark. I love it.
It is way dark.
Harsh. No, my boy's all into that story, so I'll end up having to get that for him eventually. And this was fun. DC's YouTube channel got hacked this week.
Oh, poor babies.
No.
Jeff, what happened with that? Because all I know is like it was all over Twitter. People were joking about it. I don't know what got put up there. I don't know what they did. By the time I got there, there was this sign that said channel not available.
Yeah, DC is working to get their channel back. I mean, they're a bigger company and everything, so it's going to move a little quicker than like anybody else that's got like a channel. Like say ours, if it gets hacked, it's like up to about 90 days to get everything like restored. But usually when something gets hacked like this, they start throwing up like cryptocurrency or Bitcoin videos that run for like 12 hours and start doing all these weird videos. What it looks like somebody did was somebody just went in there. Somehow they hacked the account. They changed the name to Jin Woo, and the running gag is like it was some middle schooler in Korea that hacked their account. And the funny part is, what kind of password sensitivity do you have on this, DC? Superman 1234 or Superman
5.
rules is not a valid password, guys.
What is your
you didn't say the magic word.
2, 3, 4, 5.
I was gonna say, if you guys got a favorite
kind of
password
board
you'd
is
like
it?
to correct, why is that? Like, what do you think the password was?
It was
1,
Spaceballs
2, 3,
password.
4, 5. That's the kind of a password an idiot would have on his luggage.
That's the same password I have for my luggage.
If
ABCD 1234 is not a valid password. Big Bang Theory.
if it was Zatanna, it would just be password backwards.
If it was Zatanna, I'd be like sweet ass.
Fishnets.
Still want my Zatanna movie, you fucks.
We just want the fishnets. I don't care what the movie's about.
Just want her
So you
running
take a
around
Black
beating
Canary
ass.
movie too, then.
Yep, that too. Come on, DC, you got it all wrong with your lineup. Just saying.
Yeah, they gave us a Black Canary in a Black Canary movie, but it wasn't really Black Canary.
No.
Well, they also gave us a Black Canary in a Flash TV show, and that didn't work out so well either.
No, because that wasn't Black Canary neither.
Yep. That actually kind of made me mad. It's like, okay, you're starting to kill me on this show, guys.
Legends of Tomorrow. There's your Black Canary.
That was White Canary.
Yeah.
But she was cooler, though.
Oh,
and they also
really cool.
ruined Matt Reeves, too, so or Matt Ryan.
Yeah. Did they get together on that show?
Yeah, Matt Ryan popped up on there quite a bit.
No, I mean her and or him and White Canary.
Did they hook up?
Yeah.
I thought she was gay.
Yeah, she's a lesbian in that.
Oh.
She hooks up with a clone from the future that's working with the time deviation or DC's version of time.
The Time Masters.
Yeah, Time Masters.
Wow.
Yeah. But she doesn't know she's a clone until later on, and yeah. DC 1, 2, 3. Yeah.
I like it.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
Batmobile lost a wheel.
Joker got away.
Yep.
We miss Batfleck. I don't know.
Batfleck, that could be a good one.
Yep.
Bat
Please come back, Henry.
Snyder sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's probably what it was.
Snyder sucks 469.
But him and James Gunn are good friends.
Yeah.
Oh God, that stupid picture with the two of them. They were doing that just to troll everybody anyway.
Oh yeah, I'm sure, but it's like it doesn't excuse the fact that he made like 3 shitty movies.
Oh God, right?
At this rate, those shitty Snyder movies are gonna have made more than DC makes in about 3 decades.
Yeah, if they keep the shit up that they're doing, it's like, oh God, Gunn, like you gotta fix what you're doing, bro. Like you
Even
had
before Gunn, right? If you take like Birds of Prey, I mean, obviously you can't count Joker because that was just a one-off.
right.
Joker.
But you know what I'm saying? If you look at all their other ones,
Yeah.
Shazam, like fucking Black Adam, none of those have made anything. Like they were whining when Man of Steel made what, 700 million back in 2008.
Yeah.
I don't think they've had a movie hit 700 million since then. Well, besides what BVS.
And again,
that wasn't out of popularity, right? That was just out of momentum from Man of Steel.
No, I think more people bought that so they could watch the riff tracks of it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I hope James Gunn makes a good movie. I really do.
I think it'll be good, but it cannot just be a good movie. It has to be great.
Yeah,
I think it will. Nope. I'm putting my money on it. Will not.
I don't think so either. He should have been humble and got like a fucking Matthew Vaughn or some. I mean, even his last movie was shit. Argyle, Jesus.
Oh God!
But I mean, he makes competent shit. You know, like I would have liked to see James Gunn's Swamp Thing. I think that would have been much more up his alley.
Yeah, Gunn's got a style to him. Like, Superman is not his style. Period.
Exactly. Nope. Yeah, like Brightburn, that was his style, but Superman's not.
I did like Brightburn. So if he was doing like a Red Sun movie, maybe.
Yeah. But they're not doing that because that's obviously the Zack Snyder criticism for doing like the Injustice shit.
All right.
But gentlemen, that was the last of my headlines.
Well,
that was the last of my headlines.
Then we can get to the main event of the program. Daredevil.
Yeah.
Born Again on Disney Plus. I have not seen it. I don't care. You guys have seen it. Have at it.
It's perfect so far.
It started with
Except
a
for
gut punch. That's for goddamn sure.
We called it.
Yeah, no, you definitely called it.
Yep, Kev and I both said that's what was going to happen, and yep.
I didn't dislike it. That's my compliment. It's a backhanded compliment. I didn't dislike it.
I'll wait to the very end.
It's very blatant where you can see where they're like, oh, you know what? This story is okay, but that's about it. Like no one's going to want to watch a fucking story that doesn't have the original cast in it. So you could see exactly where they filmed all these extra scenes to put the extra cast in and integrate it with the story that they had already filmed.
Yep.
And they did it well. It wasn't bad. They did do it well. They do Karen a little bit dirty, but believe me, it's not as dirty as Karen does herself in the comics.
Yeah.
She got AIDS.
Yep.
Jenny. Spoiler alert.
Jenny.
And the fucked up thing is she didn't really have it at all.
She's got herpes.
Oh, it was funny. Like Mysterio even goes, "You would have thought she would have gotten a second opinion, but no."
Fucking Mysterio.
But they utilize a little bit too much CGI.
Yeah.
Especially the beginning.
But there's one scene where it wouldn't have worked without CGI, and I liked it. And that's where their White Tiger is fighting these two dirty cops in the subway scene.
Yeah.
And
the splat.
Yeah, he goes to duck from one swinging at him. And when he ducks, the guy falls past, goes over the ledge, and gets hit by a subway right as it's going past and just evaporates.
Yep.
Yeah.
You just see mist everywhere, and you're just like, whoa! And you're like, oh, I wish they could have done that in practical effects, but
you okay with jumping in front of a subway, going super fast? Just practical.
We're gonna need another Timmy.
Yeah.
Timmy fell down the well or in front of a subway train.
Yeah.
But otherwise, I'm not disliking it. It's a fairly decent story, and I like where it could go until I heard what Justin heard. and then I'm kind of like, okay. Never mind.
So for my 2 cents, I mean, I just finally got a chance to sit down and watch these today. And I really wasn't impressed. I mean, maybe it's because I never got a chance to watch the original show on Netflix. But so I'm kind of coming in as a blank slate here, which you'd think might work better because I don't have any expectations one way or the other. But honestly, especially that first episode, it dragged for me.
Yeah.
Well, it dragged because it had nothing to do with the story.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't part of the story. They had to add it in, and then you're like, oh, okay, now the story's going to get going.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Because the original Netflix series, way it ended and the way this begins, was really confusing to me. And I was like, why the hell? Kingpin's supposed to be locked up, but now he's out. And they do kind of mention that in it, that, like, hey, it's been a while. Then you find out it's been over a year. So I'm like, okay, so yeah, he probably was in jail, got out. But still, it was like they kind of followed up with the Netflix series. There's a lot of key little things Kevin and I were talking about, little Easter eggs in the first 2 episodes so far that related to other Marvel shows that connect to the Kingpin.
Yep.
So it was pretty cool. So, I mean, when Daredevil's or Matt Murdock's talking to Kingpin at the restaurant, he goes, yeah, I heard you had a little understudy. And he goes, yeah, she was like a daughter to me. And he goes, well, I heard she took out your eye. And he's like, yeah, she did.
Shot you in the face, I thought it was.
Yeah, shot him right in the eye. So he doesn't have, that's a fake eye. It's a robotic eye that he's got. So they took Echo and incorporated it with that. I was surprised with that. So just that one tiny tidbit. It was real quick.
Too bad I never heard about that show.
It was, yeah. So, but yeah, I'm liking it, but at the same time, there's like that whole intro that was kind of like crazy because he never had the baton with the wires.
Yeah.
He did in Echo and he did in Hawkeye series, but he did not have them in the Netflix series. So it's like all of a sudden magically he's got them and he's doing the whole whip chain thing. It's like, no, he never did that in the Netflix series. So I didn't like that. But there's a lot of parts I'm kind of enjoying. So I'm kind of waiting to see the fight scene at the end of the second one. Really got me going.
I need to rewatch that. I saw him getting beat up, and then I looked away for a second, and then he won. I was like, "What the hell?"
It's super choppy. That's why.
Yeah,
they don't even cut from one and then the next angle. Fucking, it doesn't even overlap like it's supposed to. Like the fight scene.
Oh,
it's really bad.
So you had a customer at the glory hole and you missed it.
Yeah.
Something to that effect, yes.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it one more episode, and then if it doesn't pick up, I'm probably just gonna give up.
Man, if you haven't seen the Netflix one, Chad, just go watch that. Do yourself a favor.
Yeah.
At least the first 2 seasons.
Did you read Frank Miller Daredevil?
Yeah.
What was that?
Did you read Frank Miller Daredevil back in the day?
I did.
Did you? If you liked it, then go watch the show, dude. Because that's so. The difference is like this has it has a Frank Miller Daredevil name. It's kind of like when you watch Tales of the Jedi, right? For Star Wars, but it has nothing to do with Tales of the Jedi.
Yeah.
But this is like they're taking like Mark Waid characters, Charles Soule villains. So it's like mostly modern writing. They're trying to integrate with they're not even really integrating it. Like I said, this doesn't have any of the Frank Miller flavor. The CG like really threw me off right in the beginning. Yeah. I think I need to go back and rewatch the Ben Affleck one because I think the CG in that may be better. And how old is that movie? Like 20 years old.
I think you're right on that, Justin.
Back then, I thought the Daredevil CG was better than the Spider-Man CG stuff.
Right? Yeah. So it was pretty good when it came to that Daredevil movie, but yeah, I don't like the way the beginning is. Like they don't even have, because like if they're trying to bridge the gap, right, of people that have watched the show and haven't watched the show, how do you just kill Foggy in the first 15 minutes? Like it makes absolutely no fucking sense. And then on the route to do that, the dialogue sucks. I think the dialogue's crap. They're introducing all these new characters so they can sideline the one. And their whole pitch was, hey, they're listening, guys. They scrapped the whole first shoot. Now they're bringing back Karen and Foggy like everyone wanted. Okay, yeah, and they kill Foggy, and Karen, doesn't want to talk to Matt anymore, even though she wanted to bang him in the first 5 minutes, right? Let's get out of here. Now all of a sudden it's let's get out. Oh, now I'm never going to talk to you again.
Yep. Not like he didn't have a bad day.
Yeah, he goes to kill Bullseye. Like I thought he already got like past. I mean, obviously Foggy's dead. Now people are saying, well, in the comics, Foggy fakes his death, but in the show, it distinctly implies that he hears his heart stop.
Yeah.
So we're going to say it's the Nick Fury shit from Winter Soldier. Like, I don't know, just like too many plot conveniences. The ending of season 3, there's no way in hell even New Yorkers would vote for fucking Wilson Fisk.
Yeah, that's
he fucking manipulated the FBI and had all kinds of people murdered and killed, including Bullseye as one of the FBI agents. He wouldn't do a year. Like, he'd be getting life in prison. He'd be getting fucking executed. They do like the Echo references. Like, this shit's just like all over the place. They're rehashing, like it's the same thing they do with Thor, right? Now he's got to find himself again. Now he doesn't want to be Daredevil, so let's not be heroic until word from my buddy J-Man said his friend got whatever, and says that not until episode 6 is he going to even put on the Daredevil costume again.
I've heard the same thing too.
Wow.
Bad.
So I am not one with the rumor mill shit, especially because I don't want to be the one. I did post it though and say if that's true, that's a bunch of bullshit. The Punisher shit. Look at the trailer. Like Punisher's so Punisher's got to refine himself too. Daredevil's got to refine himself. Punisher's got to refine himself. Everyone's got to fucking refine themselves. The Punisher tattoo guy. That's going to be a big thing. They're going to lecture us like they did in the comics in 2018 about the cops using the Punisher symbol, and Frank Castle rips it off the car. He's mad because the cops are rolling around with his symbol because it's not right, So we're going to get lectured about police officers and military personnel that pay homage to the iconography of the Punisher. So I think I've been saying we may get the Jason Aaron one where they change the symbol. We get him with the fucking swords, because guns are bad too, right? Disney. And then he can get cucked by his wife. And I mean, that's what happens in that Jason Aaron run, right? He gets her resurrected only to find out I was going to leave you anyways before we got murdered in the park. And then she fucking shoots his ass and tries to kill him. And then thinks he's dead, but he isn't. And then he finds out what a bad person he is, blah, 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 blah. So, and if we don't go that route, they've already done it to the Kingpin. Did you guys catch the part in the episode where basically his wife's like, yeah, I'm fucking some other dude. And he's like, oh, yeah, it's okay. Because, Kingpin wouldn't give a shit if his wife's fucking around on him, right? And then they do the couples therapy. She's got her leg crossed the other way, body like it's all like there, dude. It's all the same bullshit you get. She's the queen pin. She's ran the business better than he could ever fucking do it. Business has never been better. Like, there's so many, but it's weird because a lot of people, and again, it's fine. Like, people can watch it, make their own judgment, whatever. But a lot of people, on the culture war side, the ones that are quick to point all this shit out, all of a sudden it doesn't matter. Oh, let's wait till the end of the series. Like, it's just really fucking weird the way everybody's following it. Because I know everyone wants it to be good. But it's just fucking, I don't know. It's weird, man. It's really weird. Sana Amanat is the fucking executive producer on this shit. Remember when everyone was complaining? She's the creator of Kamala Khan, and she got to get the executive producer position on the Kamala Khan show. She's the fucking, she's the executive producer on this with Dario, whoever his name is.
Yeah.
Jeez.
So, and then what Disney Plus show has ever gotten better progressively? Because I would say they all tend to go downhill.
0.
Yep.
I would say WandaVision's better than this show.
I liked
WandaVision.
The
Wanda
beginning
was
of
good.
WandaVision kept people like intrigued. It had people on the internet, the Mephisto shit, like it until you get outside the Hex and you get the dumb Darcy, Jimmy Woo shit and all that. But like the interesting things they were doing with the sitcom shit mixed with some of the horror elements, if they would have just leaned into the source material, actually did like Master Pandemonium, Mephisto, shit like that, that could have been a really good show. But I would say it's better than the show already. I would go as far to say Defenders is better than the show.
Wow.
Because at least, well, no, because Sigourney Weaver sucked as the fucking
Sigourney Weaver.
Yeah, Sigourney Weaver sucked as the villain, right? But at least the storyline like progressed the story of Daredevil, the series, right? Like it all had shit to do with like Elektra, and it carried it on. They tried to do some interesting things with like the hip hop shit with the fight scenes. Like, so at least they tried to be creative with it. Obviously, it wasn't that good, but I mean, it wasn't just a rehash of Daredevil season 1 and 2 or 3 if you're including the show. So I don't know, just kind of fucking weird, dude. I don't like it at all. I thought I was crazy and I was going to be the only one, and then my buddy J-Man started putting all these reviews up, and he can't stand it either. And he's very like, you know, he's not like me where I'm constantly shitting on Disney. But yeah, like, I don't know. Again, the Frank Miller shit. I'm going to start reading Frank Miller shit to my audience because, like, people got to know about that. That's really good Daredevil stuff. So,
yeah.
Yeah, it's like they're trying to mix different comics of Daredevil into one and then try and do that alternate universe bullshit. And this, so I, like you said, and the Netflix, Fisk would never got picked to be the mayor. Everybody hated him. I do love the fight scenes. They do choreograph that amazing. I'm liking how they're going, but I don't like when the whole CGI at the beginning, how it got to the fight. But I'm more interested in what this mask is going to look like too, because they show the red one, they show this gold one, but I'm kind of wondering if it's going to be something totally different.
There's 5 masks that they show at one point.
Yeah,
the
which
gray
doesn't
one.
even leave them enough episodes to try them all on.
Yeah.
Right? No, because here's my thing: the next 2 episodes could be episodes 4 and 5 of She-Hulk, where he goes to LA to get the fucking new suit.
No,
I'm down. I want to see Luke. Let's get the new suit, man. Not Luke Cage, the guy from fucking yeah.
It's weird they chopped it from 18 episodes down to 9. Is it 9 or 8?
I think it's 8. Yeah.
That's kind of weird. You would think if they wanted to be like Netflix, they'd do 13. Like
what they're doing is it's the 2 seasons, so it's going to be 8 and probably another 8. They are working on season 2, but from what I remember hearing about is like, oh, we're 8-9 episodes in, and like Vincent D'Onofrio and Charlie Cox both went to Kevin Feige and said this shit ain't working, and the compromise they made was we're going to start over, but we have to keep some of the shit we've already shot, or we're going to really lose a lot of money. And it's just a fucking pit. Every time they do this shit on fucking Disney Plus, it goes nowhere. It makes no money. This isn't going to bring in enough fans to warrant keeping it around beyond 2 seasons. If they're going to do this shit, they should have just completely reset and just gone straight to movie with Daredevil.
They should have done, rated R Daredevil movie with Charlie Cox.
Yeah.
That's what we all fucking want, because he's great as Daredevil.
And we know the Marvel universe works great.
Just like Blade. Oh, wait.
Come on. I love Blade.
I'm talking about the Mahershala Ali remake. That is never happening. Never. I'm not the only one who's thinking that either. That's just never fucking happening.
They're on like script 7.
No, they're still trying, but it ain't happening.
Well, that's the problem. It's going to be too late. It's going to be too late, man. I was in people's chat rooms 5 years ago complaining, do not do all new, all different. This is fucking destroyed the Marvel comics.
Yep.
And I know a lot of people were. But now they're like, oh, hey, now we're going to do Ghost Rider and fucking Punisher. And it's like way too late, dude. It's way too late by the time they fucking try to get it all out. Nobody's going to give a shit.
Well, it's not so much that, it's the people that are attached to it are going to be too fucking old to do it in general or for very long.
Yeah, Mahershala is going to be like, you know what? I could probably win another 2 Oscars before we get around to the Blade movie.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, shit. He auditioned for, filmed, and is now being seen in a Jurassic Park movie before this fucking...
Which is going to be on Blu-ray in about 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That the Blade movie is even fucking... nothing happened. We started this show. And wait, like...
Yeah.
And you notice too the chick that he's the partner with now. That's a Mark Waid character, is created in the Mark Waid run. She's like the boss, basically. She's like, well, we're not going to take this case. But it's like all the same shit that we've been getting that everyone says that they're not doing anymore. So like they claim DEI is done, but it's not. Like all you got to do is like watch something. It's like fucking right in front of your face. Just weird, man.
His name on the marquee, though?
Yeah, his name's first on the marquee.
But I mean, I don't know. She was the big wig DA. But I didn't know Mark Waid had done anything on Daredevil. I need to look into that because I love him.
It's very I wouldn't read it. The Kevin Smith one's way better, dude.
I like Guardian Devil. That was
the
cool.
Brian Michael Bendis one's better. The fucking Ann Nesenti run's better. All the Frank Miller shit's better, obviously.
Yeah, I liked the Bendis stuff right after Kevin Smith ended.
Yeah, I just don't like Bendis for other reasons because of Iceman and the Mutants and all the other bullshit that he pulled. But he was good for a little bit. Like they all with the Marvel Knights was supposed to be this secluded, its own little thing, and then they tried to make everything into that, and then I think a lot of those writers got like way too big headed and shit.
Well, that's kind of a tradition with Marvel for the last 20, 30 years.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's kind of why 2000's kind of my... Say what you want about 90s comics. I'll take a 90s comic over a modern day comic any day of the fucking week.
Sure.
Especially because X-Men, that was like their peak. Even though, obviously the Claremont shit's better, but they were still making shitloads of money in the 90s.
I stopped around 2005, and there was some stuff that I really enjoyed up until that point, and then there was stuff that just, was like, God damn, I've had enough of this. I'm not enjoying it. I'm wasting so much fucking money. I don't have enough space for all this crap.
It's weird because I'm not like, it's not that I'm not a DC fan, but obviously I collected way more Marvel. But wasn't Grant Morrison's Justice League like really good?
It was
phenomenal. It was phenomenal.
Now, did he reboot or did he just continue on whatever story arc, or was it also a reboot?
It was a reboot.
It was a reboot.
It wasn't. It wasn't. I mean, it was still the same continuity, but it was a variation of the Big Seven. So you had Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, and Aquaman, and the Martian Manhunter. But then you had Wally West's Flash and Kyle Rayner's Green Lantern.
But so he didn't retcon everything and start over?
No.
It was a continuation?
It was a continuation. There was no retconning. And honestly, if you're a Kyle Rayner Green Lantern fan, Morrison had some of the best stories with that character.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, see, so on the Marvel side, because he did that run before the X-Men, right, Kev?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
Before he did before the X-Men.
So he fucking rebooted the shit out of and that kind of sucked because, Lobdell and Naceza, they continued the Claremont era for 8 years? So they could have just kept it going, and nope, we had to get a full-on reboot. And that's when you started getting shit like Cassandra Nova, which makes absolutely no sense because she's technically Charles Xavier wouldn't be able to use his power in the womb because he didn't use his fucking power until he was a teenager in the original comics.
Correct.
And it just destroyed. That's when that Marvel started going downhill for me there because they kind of tried with Onslaught, and then they used Franklin real quick to not fucking retcon shit with Onslaught like right after. They like dipped their toe in, and they're like, oh, never mind. And then they waited a couple of years, and then they fucked it all up anyways.
Yep.
So.
Yeah, I did not like. Well, I was so excited when I heard that Grant Morrison was going to take over on X-Men. I was like, oh man, if it's half as good as say like Rock of Ages and stuff like that on Justice League,
that was good.
or what was the story where Batman had the contingency for the
Oh, that
Ra's
was
al-
Tower of Babel, but
Tower of
that was
Babel.
Mark Waid.
Oh, was it?
That was
Okay.
Mark Waid. That was after Morrison's run ended because you still had Plastic Man on the team at that point.
Okay, yeah, I was gonna say Plastic Man being on the team was amazing. I loved him being on the team.
It's kind of like, do you like a lot of Hickman stuff? Like I prefer the original Secret Wars because it happens. They go to the planet and then everything remains the same except for the symbiote suit comes back with Peter and then Thing stays behind. But the Hickman one is this. It's grandiose to be grandiose, and he starts adding all these niche characters that you don't really need to add, like the Gardeners and the this, and when you could have used like the Celestials or something that already kind of fill that role. And he just starts adding all these fucking characters, and wow, look how big and gigantic this is, and you know, like there's certain cool things like with Battle World, and like Thor Core, and like shit like that. But at the end of the day, it becomes like a big mess, and then they pull in like Miles Morales, and they just start doing all this weird shit at the end of it. Like, it's kind of like when he took over the X-Men too. Like I had already been way out of X-Men by then, and everyone's like, "Oh, look at this! It's so Krakoa," and you know, and it was people liked it right until they didn't. Like the minute he left, and it all fell apart because nobody else could keep up with all the fucking insane shit he was trying to do. Like, so that's not good writing when you set everyone else up to fail because your ideas are just freaking bloated.
Well, Marvel wanted to make X-Men more like the movie, so they had to have the leather look or the leather and latex looks. And it was terrible.
I fucking hated those suits.
Yeah.
And they brought in the secondary mutations. They made Beast look like a cat.
Oh yeah, that's Timely, right? Frank Timely or whatever. God, that art, that him mixed with Morrison fucking up all the
not
continuity.
Quietly, yeah. And I've never gotten over that, and people are like, "Well, get over it." No, it made me quit reading my favorite comic book.
Yeah, like I read one-offs, like the Remender Uncanny X-Force. I'm reviewing that with my buddy right now. Like we're about to do a second review on it, but like that one, the writing is so good. But like the art's all over the place. Like they fucking go through like 5 or 6 artists on it on the original run. But it's really interesting shit, man, because it's Angel, Deadpool, Wolverine, Psylocke, and Phantom X, like the introduction of Phantom X.
Is this X-Force?
Yeah, Uncanny X-Force, yeah. They go back in time to kill Apocalypse when he's a kid.
Oh, yeah.
So, but because of that, then shit happens. And then there's a next arc that happens after that. And there's another arc after that with a big twist at the end. So, like, that's cool. Like, I like certain one-off ones, but yeah, for the most part, like the main continuity, I did not like after Morrison. Like, they have the Bastion shit. They based a lot of X-Men 97 off of. That shit's kind of cool. Yeah. Second Coming. Messiah Complex, Messiah War. A lot of people don't like. I like Strife because I think he's like an underused character they should have done more with. So I like that, even though it's like.
But that's why he was so great, because he wasn't overused beyond that point, I think.
Yeah. So like those are all kind of cool too. But yeah, that's just whatever. And then like Annihilation, that was probably the last best cosmic run. What was that, like 2010-ish or something like that? That was a pretty cool story. But besides that, it's like, you know, pick and choose little stuff here and there.
Kind of, yes. Yeah.
Not anymore.
No.
Now it's just back issues. Grab them while you can.
I'm going to start investing in either like Marvel Unlimited online so I could just read shit digitally, or like buy trade papers so I could like read it and then hand it off to my kid. Because I don't want to go through my comic boxes to look for stuff, for one thing.
Oh, yeah.
And I don't want to start collecting again and go buying old back issues and like have that fucking addiction. No, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure you have short boxes, because long boxes are not economical. They're a big pain in the fucking ass.
Yeah.
I know. I'm looking at 9 of them.
I got rid of a lot of mine, sold them off, gave some away, but the only thing I kept was my Venom Carnage. Mainly all of my Carnage.
That was some
and
good
then
shit.
some Toxin.
Did you read the Carnage one? Shit, what was it called? Where he goes up to like Chthon and shit.
Oh yeah,
I forgot what that one was called, but yeah, that was cool.
No, I'm a big Carnage fan since he first appeared, and people are always like, "Well, Venom's what it is. There's never going to be a Carnage." And then the Carnage movie came out. I got all excited, and then I got pissed off.
Oh yeah, me too.
So mad at that movie. Right?
Yeah, I was pissed
Woody
off.
Harrelson was not the right
for the
actor
same reason, because they fucked Deadpool. They killed all of X-Force. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Because I remember I was like, oh man, now we're gonna get fucking X-Force after this, and then they fucking destroyed them all and made it a meme. Like, it was still cool. Like, I don't hate the movie, but yeah, that was like shattering, because I thought we were gonna get some real rated R Black Ops fucking X-Men shit going on.
Yep. That's like the last dance for Venom. I was all excited. I'm like, oh, we're going to get Team Venom. Everybody's going to be all super suits and, government officials and going into these secret missions. And yeah, they all died.
Yeah, I think I'm on number 8 on Maximum Carnage right now. We've been doing it on the channel. I gotta get back on it.
Maximum Carnage was such a good run.
Yeah, it was awesome.
The Sega game was cool.
Yeah. I use that as I have background music on that. I play on some
Nice.
streams.
Loved that shit.
Oh. All right, Jeff, what do you got next?
Oh, that's it.
That was it?
Yeah. Well, saving the good stuff for last. Yeah, well, there's other bookmarks, like nothing really was remarkable this week otherwise, so this was kind of it. Let's take a quick. Well, Kevin did have something about Alien Earth.
Oh yeah.
Guess we could throw that up quick.
Isn't that Noah Hawley?
Yep.
So what has he come out with since Legion?
Fargo.
Oh, okay. Well, Fargo was good, wasn't it? I mean, I haven't seen it.
It was okay for a couple seasons, then it kind of got lame.
Did it? Yeah. That's kind of way Legion, like, first 2 seasons were really good. Third season was kind of, yeah.
Hello, you little rascal. How you keep on dropping it? Huh? I'm your boss. Remember who got you the job? Where you going?
Oh yeah, trying to negotiate with a cat always works.
Yeah, it never works. I do appreciate the sounds and the aesthetic looks.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're keeping with that, but we're also supposed to be in our time.
Yeah.
No, we're about the show is supposed to be set about 100 years from now.
Oh, okay.
Way before like Alien.
Yeah.
There's supposed to be like a corporate war between like 5 different corporate entities. Like Wayland and Yutani and like 4 other corporations. So it's supposed to be like this big mishmash.
So it's like an arms race to find a alien species.
And they'll merge.
Where would you go?
Well, and you already know Wayland and Yutani are going to merge and whip everybody else's ass. I mean, that's just to that.
They're going to build better worlds.
All they need to do is take Alien Isolation and make it a fucking movie and call it a day.
There you go.
Richie, that's you. You're projecting.
I know.
Hey, kitty. So I want to see me beat this big bad guy.
My name's Ted.
That's like, you know what? Fuck you, idiots. You're all dead.
Sure, maybe both. Still running tests. Jen.
Sounds
Yeah,
like
there's
my
hungry.
cat when I'm feeding him.
Yeah.
Feed me, Krellbone. Feed me now.
Trying to get a look inside.
What's the alien at?
Let's get
Right
you
there.
I
somewhere
want to
safe.
free it.
Mhm.
Just watch. The facehugger's going to attach to the cat, and that's the
Yeah.
alien we're getting.
That would be fucking cool.
Yeah, it would.
Alien pussy. Don't they already have that?
Available on Pornhub right now.
Yeah.
I thought it was 4chan, but
This is like really fucking long for nothing to have happened.
yeah.
Right? Oh, Yaphet Kodo?
Hurry up!
If this is trying to make us actually want to watch this show, it's not
It's
working.
not.
Wait a
It
minute.
ain't
The
working.
cat is the fucking android.
Oh, there you go.
The cat's killing everybody.
It's Bishop, the Bishop number 1 model.
Yeah.
That's one dead pussy.
Did it restart?
Yeah, I
that's
just
the
started
real-
over again.
Yeah.
There was one thing that shows the alien, and I swear to God, it looked like CG used that you'd see it like the pre-ride lines at Universal Studios or Disneyland.
Yeah. Well, yeah, like for the Jurassic World ride at Universal Studios, I can confirm that from the week. Chris Pratt against a green screen is like, oh.
Did you? What did you guys think about Alien Romulus?
It was pretty good.
I felt
I
it was trying to
liked
do
it.
a lot of the horror vibes. I felt the
Yeah.
ending was like Alien fucking Resurrection all over
Yep.
again.
Yeah.
Mama?
Yeah, that was my problem, was the ending of it.
Yeah,
Otherwise,
that really-
I actually enjoyed it. I didn't mind the Bishop thing too
Like
much,
the
but the
anti-gravity
CGI was
shit. Like,
terrible.
that was cool.
Yeah.
Hey, you guys, I got to get going. You guys keep talking. I have to get up to go to work in 5 hours.
Good luck.
So
Later.
yeah.
Later, buddy.
Good night, you guys.
And
Yeah,
actually,
I'm
I'm
gonna
going to
listen-
bow out too, guys. I will
Oh.
catch y'all.
Yeah,
next
I'm not
week.
going with any of this other stuff. That was like literally the last thing I was going to do.
Did you see
anyway.
Bloody Disgusting listed? Now I don't know if I don't think it's an actual story, but they were talking about and I know they asked him this on an interview a while back.
I'll catch you guys next week.
Later,
Good night,
Ted.
All right, later, brother. What's his name, dude? Fucking Damien Leone doing a Friday the 13th movie.
Oh, he's
Oh.
pushing like that he wants
Oh.
to do one, but there's
Yeah, that
some
would be so
information
sick.
coming out about him from like how he's shit on like fan films and stuff like that. So it's
Yeah.
like, bro, don't
black-
interfere with anybody else's movie.
He's
Yeah.
blacklisted fan film directors from becoming professional directors because he's intimidated by the level of quality that the fan films are being put out.
Yep.
Vinny, for example, at Womp Stomp Films.
Yep.
That was a damn good movie that got made. So Vinny got fucking some smack talk about him, I think. And he's gotten passed up for a few things that he really shouldn't have. Like this, Vinny's gonna
And
go.
Vinny has receipts.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. What do you call them? Timestamps and all that.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty much. He's got all the receipts and Damien's being quiet. It's like, I like both guys. This is kind of not a good look for Damien, though.
Mm-hmm.
Ouch.
Still going to watch the Terrifier movies, but that might be where it ends for me. So,
Yeah, I gotta get on those.
well, Justin and I are fans.
Well, everybody's been talking about it, so
I love it
because
because they're like a definition of what you can do with like no budget and shit. Like horror and street level shit is like what you use when you can't blow money. Like that's what Marvel should have been doing, right? Like Blade could have done some CG, made a $50-70 million Blade movie, and made a bunch of money off the shit if you just went and kicked a bunch of ass.
Mm-hmm.
It's not hard.
No, it is not. But before we sign on out, hey, Justin, why don't you let everybody know where they can find you and what you got coming up next?
Star Wars Marvel Purist on YouTube. It's SW Marvel Purist on Twitter. It's regular live stream on Monday. Usually I try to start at 8, but usually it's 9 Central Time because work. But and then on Thursday I'm doing a pure unadulterated Star Wars. We're doing the new Jedi Order right now, so we're finishing off the second book. I got Matt Wilkins and United Spacers Alliance are going to be on that with me. And then I'm going to be doing that Uncanny X-Force Part 2 with my buddy Network of Nonsense Liquid Blake. Probably Monday after next. If not, it'll be sometime that week. And then I may be going live after Daredevil, but I think I may be doing it on Wednesdays because I don't have time to do editing to do like a video on the shit. So I'm just going to go live, talk with my audience, and give them my main stuff right after. So I'll try to do it on Tuesdays, but I think it's going to be Wednesdays just to give me a day to get my bootleg version and review it. So
that's the way to go.
Yeah. Thanks for having me on, though, man. Appreciate it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Good hanging with you guys. It's been a while.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll have you back again soon. Very much. Skeeter, what about you, brother? What you got going on? Where can people find you at?
You can find me here on the Suns and Shadows Network. I always mess it up because I'm so tired at this time.
It's okay.
You can find me on the Stargate Files with Jeff and ABF. Man, I'm ready for bed. But otherwise, you can find me on all social media for my DJ business, Skeeter on Sound.
And I am Jeff over at Suns and Shadows. You can find Kevin and I pretty much almost all the time, except for Thursdays on Stargate Files. But Tuesday, we got Big Trouble in Little China coming up. And Wednesday, we got the first half of First Wave from 1998 going on, starring Sebastian Spence, Roger Cross, and Rob LaBelle. And Thursday, we got another round of Stargate Files. So everybody, hey, come on over, check us out, hit the like button down below, and also subscribe, hit the bell notification on the way out so you can stay tuned to all of our video content, and we will see you all on the next one.
See you next time, boys and girls.
Get up.